But for now, I'd like to introduce you to the art. Submit my comic to the Buru. No, man. I'm good. The Buru doesn't need that. It's a masterwork, I know, but the Buru doesn't... It doesn't need that, you know. We could just pretend it never happened. Right? We could just, I don't know, pretend that at no point in my life did I ever make a Rage comic. And we can just, I don't know, have Nonagon Infinity open the door. Alright. You know what that sound means? It means it's time for the art. Okay, so art. Where did I leave off last time? I think I left off here. There's some art that's on the Buru that I've seen already, so I'm going to be skipping some of it if I showed it on stream. But here we go. From one Mortal Kombat lover, Moronic the Vinehog. Yeah, beans. That'll be in Sonic Forces. I'm petitioning Sega right now to put the Vine Shroom in the game, as well as one of my brown hats. And also a big fucking dildo. From Vampy, because that nothing says Vinesauce more than a big dildo. From Vampy, the darkest timeline yet, terminal 7 years. Hadn't considered that. This is pretty interesting. Thank you, Vampy. Here's one from Charger OT, or as Damon Albarn would say, cha-cha-cha-ja. Very cool. I thought he was saying Jar Jar when I first heard that song. From Lumapayo, 7 years. Now, keep in mind that a lot of this stuff, the Buru was down for a while, so we had some issues. I also have some very important Buru news that could be coming in the potentially in the next few days, because we are sick of some of this stuff that happens on the Buru. It gets kind of annoying to not have full control. So let's just say other avenues are being investigated, and you will be updated real soon. So hold on to your butts. From Most 42, Luigi, dearest younger brother of mine, you have the 7th terminal. Oh no. Most 42. What an amazing creature. From Indigo Cloud. It says here. Wow, this is interesting. It says here, this is a little fossil I found looking at a thin section on a microscope. It immediately reminded me of Vinesauce. I found it a day before the 7th anniversary. I wanted to upload it. Really, though? Is this real? This looks way too good. Nickname Vine Fossil. It's a gastropoda, technically a snail. This is fucking perfect, is what it is. I mean, if this is real, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that it is. I'm gonna give the person the benefit of the doubt. This is amazing. Now I have to examine the pixels. What say we examine the pixels? Gotta look at those pixels. Let's see. Seems legit. Now, I've seen quite a few shops in my day. I don't know. I think it's real. I think it's awesome. And I think that's a really extremely cool thing to put on the Buru. Something completely different than usual. I love it. From Villico A, here's a little sketch of me. Yeah. From time to time, people like to sketch this particular photo of me, and I always find it flattering, so thank you for the work. From Origami, Pizza outfit. Help. Why would you need help? If you could be pizza, if your essence could be that of pizza, then you could be happy every day. Listen, if the human body didn't need other nutrients other than calzone, bread, sauce, pep, and cheese, then I would say, you know, have fun. But it turns out we as humans kind of tend to need a little bit more than that. So, I made paninis tonight, by the way. Mozzarella paninis with some sauce. And it was actually kind of fucking amazing. The recipe was really solid. And, yeah, it was interesting. I had to put a pot of boiling, like not boiling, a full pot of water on top of the paninis because I don't have a panini maker. It was just, you know, on the stove on a pan, and the water weighed the pot down onto the paninis, and then I flipped them and did it again. And surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. Everything you make has pizza ingredients. No, not everything. But that was my, just the pizza reminded me of that. Like there was sauce and mozzarella and a little bit of arugula too, which is not my choice, but it came out fine. From Nevermind, I guess George Costanza beating the shit out of a vine shroom. I'll just accept it. I think I saw this one already, but if I didn't, this one's from Bun Time, and it is a crocheted light and dark shroom, knitted. Knit? It says tagged as knit. Is crochet and knitting the same thing? Am I just a nitwit? It was deliberate. From Saltacama, here's Joel and I riding a vehicle together. No, crocheting and knitting are not the same thing. Cool. Okay. Crochet is only one needle. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, try to learn. That's the thing. I may not know everything. I may not know a lot. I may not be a very smart man, but I like to learn. And believe it or not, the chat does from time to time educate me on a few things here and there. I know it's a massive chat. I know it's a clusterfuck. I know there's a lot of shit posting. But there's actually things to be learned over the years. And I've discovered things, and you know, people have taken great pleasure in correcting me on my mistakes. And it's fine. I can live with that. Back before the internet, remember when you thought something was right and no one could check? And you would just, you know, you could just argue it. And like, no, it's me, you know. Maybe some of you guys don't remember this, but there was a time when you didn't have encyclopedias at your disposal in your pocket. So, you know, if someone knew something and you didn't really know for sure, like, dude, no, I heard that Led Zeppelin was like a 7-foot dude named Led, and he fucking, like, he has like the hammer of Thor. And Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin plays a triple-necked guitar. You know what, man? I'm so fucking stoned right now, and this is the 70s now. I didn't live through these, but I would imagine sometime in the 70s, someone was high as fuck and was being told that Led Zeppelin were Norse gods reincarnated, and they believed it. But these days, you can just check a phone and be fact checked immediately. So it's a humbling experience, but I don't mind it so much. Anyway, that's unrelated. I'm going on tangents. This one's from AWD, and I think this is fantastic. There's a kind of a face that people draw that they tend to associate with me, and it's the dead on the inside face. And that's sometimes true. I think that's definitely sometimes true. But mainly when I just like blankly stare at video games, or when I'm at Comic-Con, in the butt butter aisle specifically. But thank you, AWD. Also from AWD, here's a happy 7th. And it's corrupted. I may have shown this one already, but here it is again if I did. And if not, good shit. Here's one from Pecha Panda. Stanky Kong. We finally found Stanky Kong. His head is in the shape of poo. From Friendly Artist. Here's a full sauce shroom, a light shroom, and a dark shroom. It's very nice of you, Friendly Artist. I think that came out great. From Souls Retrieved, this is another good one. Is that Strong Bad? Strong Bad with some Speed Luigis in the background. From Lamengo. Oh, Lamengo, you push your luck. Anyway, this one's from Lamengo, right? And he made Banana Chad. Okay, he's got his own fruit Sona. Well, I thought Broccoli Rob would be a good one because it's only one letter away from an actual vegetable. Clearly I'm damaged. From Vastonic. BBC Nature. The land shark jets out from the sand into the shoals and looks to damage and kill the unsuspecting, whatever. I don't know why I showed that one. I'm kind of getting the order weird here. Let's see if I can get back to where I missed. This one's from Shenanigans, and I saw this one already. It's an old meme. It still works. This time with salt. From Football Helmut. Newest #1 game time hero, Curly Monkey. Mini Chow made this. Happy 7th anniversary. Just some streamers and myself sitting on a roof eating pizza. Is that a guitar to my left or my right? Oh, that's pretty cool. Thank you for this. From Karas Z, here's Curb. Fake Curb. From Fish Facade, here's a potential Gordon Ramsay emote. We've considered Ramsay in the past. I mean, it would kind of make sense considering he comes up a lot. And it has its uses, like if something's terrible, you fucking donkey. But it looks pretty okay small, too. I wouldn't be totally opposed. However, we are currently completely full on emote slots at the moment. And there's a backlog of a bunch of other really cool things. Also, Vinemaro is back, and it's Mario RPG themed. So if you have any interest in Mario RPG, you now have a specific Mario RPG emote. And yet I can't bring myself to remove Vine Korok. I feel too attached to it to remove it. But I might do some spring cleaning at some point, and I might, I think a poll would be good. We could vote on the emotes that probably aren't everyone's favorite, and then replace them with some potentially better ones. But that's something for the future. From Computer Stickman, here's Stanky Kong. Stanky Monkey. This one here is from Lemon Line, and yep, there he is. Fucking bootleg Kirby. I couldn't believe it. Like when I saw it, it didn't register. It didn't register just how intensely Curb-like this creature was. Only when the chat flipped out did I start to think, wait a minute, yeah, that was Kirby. That was Kirby with glasses. From YDoc124, here's a shroom. With that weird fucking controller and paddle I had. Here's one from AqueousAblution. So Sean Molyneux, spelling mental as meant to. T-E-A-U-X. From Souls Retrieved, Speed Luigi Shroom. From Zaya Crow, here's a BRB. It says here the Vinesauce Sims 4 custom content collection. Posters, Vineshrew minis, Hopkins face, Scoot pop art. Yeah, okay. I've never really played Sims. I don't know. That was one of those things that I just missed for some reason, and I'm not really proud that I missed it. But maybe in the future I'll take a look. Who knows? But regardless, if anyone wants this shit, you just look for it on the Buru, and there's the full photo set. So, from Shenanigans, and I say shit lovingly, of course. Broccoli Rob, do not steal. See? Told you, it's catching on. It's catching on. I don't know if he's a friend of the fruits, though. The veggies, I think, should probably find a way to, you know, just be better than the fruit people. You know what I mean? Just because the fruit people are kind of vapid and uninspired. And Broccoli Rob is extremely inspired. Some would say brilliant. From Anal Vapist. Anal Vapist made this thing here from Lazaro. Here's some art. I noticed that face in the sky too during that plug and play game. I noticed the face like briefly. I didn't think anyone else would either like comment on it or notice it. I don't know. I just saw it, but I was just like silent about it. The fact that now it has art. Yeah. That's one of the reasons I love the art section so much. Thank you, Lazaro. This is cool. From Robot Fanaticism, there's the panda. Just shooting away from Pecha Panda. That was a good transition. Here's Dringle, everyone. Oh, that's good. That was a good face. All right, from Lemon Line, Goldfish, Bleb, Lantern, Pentagon, and Earth. That game was incredibly accurate. I have a feeling that Bleb was just Bleb was someone said bubble wrong, and it just, I don't know, they didn't speak English natively, and it happened. It turned into Bleb somehow, but fucking hell. From Normal Type, my name's Fake Nukem, and I'm here to suck ass. From Contrabass T, or Contrabast. Here's another fake Kirby. Amazing. From Brownie Mix. I was supposed to be a dreamer. Found in one frame during death animation. I didn't even see that. From Name Brand Snacks. Wrong. Out. Quality games. With quality death messages. From Swirlixie. Here's art of me. Specifically from Mario DIY. Inspired by Killian. From Sokoto. Yeah. My favorite system to play in the world. From Nope Cartoons. Here's a cool vine shroom fella. This one's from Rabid Rodent. Beach Shark. Son of a beach. Couldn't resist that one. From Sofino X, here's Gino. But I guess Vino? I don't know. From Kirasi, here's my favorite original Vinesauce creation, Bunny Yasando. It's the ongoing anime series that is actually not real, except in our hearts. It could be real. I mean, the way this looks, I'm sure someone would buy the comic. From Wona, after a 2-month hiatus, I've come back with an animated BRB. It is my second animated thing. You alright? I'll fucking, I'll check it out. Check it out. And here it is. It looks like it's a relatively simple BRB. And yeah, it just moves. That's it. I'll go ahead and add that to the collection. To the collection! It's a very piss-poor attempt at General Grievous. From Unclear, Vinny will BRB. Over Speed Racing, Audacity Snakes. There they are. Rescue Cuck isn't on there, though, sadly. But, yeah, this is some good BRB Sunday art. From Robot Fanaticism, what is my purpose? You catch eggs! Bleb. Oh my god. From Pecha Panda, please love me, bug. No. Frog is best new character. From Lazaro, here's a bear, balloon bear, I guess. From Cuckoo Banana, love was such an easy game to play. So for those that want context for this, the other night we watched some cartoons, and I played this fucking busted ass beetle cartoon from when they were at their height. And when I say busted ass, I mean it was just such a cheaply animated, put together show, and not the worst thing ever by any means, but some really questionable decisions. Like, for some reason, the cartoon had the song Yesterday. Now, Yesterday is a song that's really sad. You know, it's about heartbreak, it's about loss, it's about feeling like trash and wanting to be back when things were good. It's not a song for kids. However, the cartoon is for kids. And so the music video, I put that in quotations, is just a bunch of cards. It's playing cards and the Beatles looking at them from time to time. And it has nothing to do with the sentiment of the song whatsoever. And so this is that. It's a really strange cartoon, and as I said, it gets weirder in the later season. Like the last season, I think season 3, was when the Beatles went like psychedelic, and Paul McCartney and John Lennon and George started doing drugs. I'm sure Ringo did too, but they were writing songs about really weird things, and the psychedelic era had been ushered in, and the songs got kind of strange, kind of dark at times, kind of adult, and yet the Beatle cartoon still tries to cover them and make them their wacky antics. You know, the Beatles are whimsical and kid-friendly. Meanwhile, in real life, they're fucking doing acid. You know, Paul is, like, dead at the time. It's a very interesting cartoon, and I definitely want to watch more episodes of it someday, because I haven't seen all of it, and it's just astoundingly bad and weird. From Miji, here's some art. I think for the stream I do of Dead Cells. It's not tagged as such, but yeah, good, nice art, really nice art. This one's from 8-Bit Nintendo Kid, and it is that cloud with the face. Of course he saw a Mr. Dink in there. Absolutely not surprising that a Mr. Dink would show up in the cloud. Iced tea. From Cuckoo Banana. Happy birthday, Captain. Is it your birthday? Really? I don't know if he's still here, but... is it... Captain? Did you not tell me it was your birthday? Because, man, have I got something special for you. I've got an hour of Beatle cartoons. A full hour of Beatle cartoons just for you, buddy. I think he might have went to bed, but it was yesterday. So, happy birthday, Captain Southbird. You do good work, and I appreciate your effort. From Cuckoo Banana, here's what the fuck is this? It's a Sonic thing, but what am I? It's a collaboration between Lanchi and Cuckoo, but it's a duck. I guess Duck the Hedgehog, like Scoot the Hedgehog, perhaps. Oh no! From Moopity Boop, Mario cock game. Here you go, Rage comic. Oh man, from Palantiri, Dingle plus Bleb. Sorry, Dringle. I want to see Dringle and Bleb together in a video game. This is inspiring. Thank you for this art. From Red Star Mario. Okay, I should probably clarify a little bit. This was from my stream on the anniversary where I did some corruptions, and VGDC sent me some Smash Melee corruptions, and Luigi decided to, you know, get crucified. So there you go. From Xandercom. Hey, Frog. What are your goals in life? Finding a way out. Jeez, this frog thing has become kind of a runaway hit, huh? Where are cock games? No cock, lol. Nice, Sakoto. You did it. You turned my comic into a comic. And I'm speechless. From Minko 8000. There's an animation here. It says made in 4 minutes, lol. Well, we usually ask for at least 5 minutes of effort on the Buru for like art, but the fact that this is an animation with 4 minutes of effort, this is bound to astound. Oh. Oh my god. Was that the Seinfeld theme overlaid on top of itself? Oh my god. From Wist Worst. Hey stream, what time is it? No cock, lol. I should clarify what I mean by cock games, for anyone who has no idea what that means. So the other night, we were talking about, like, taking words out of context when I was streaming with Ryan and Justin for PlayerUnknown. And I've mentioned before that people will take things I say out of context and make cock remixes. Sorry, cock remixes. And the idea behind that was that, of course, people will find the most disgusting things I say and put them into remixes. So I figured the best way to describe the filthy games and the porn games and the lewd games, or whatever you want to call them, in WarioWare DIY that I've heard about, did not expect to see completely, but would be cock games. So that's all that is. Just in case you needed a little bit of an explanation and you were just very confused. From Evil or Evil Bunny, there's Broccoli Rob. Probably the best thing I've ever done in my life. You know, maybe. From Bamboo Pan Flutes. That's a nice little Korok fella. Custom made, huh? Oh, I like it. I think it's good. Is good. Here's one from Nevermind. Something tells me that an Italian descent is talking shit about us. Shut the fuck up, Frog. Frog is the sponge of the comic world. And Sponge is the sponge of the sponge world. This one's from DJ Luigi. And it's another original character, Do Not Steal. This one's from Degel Radio, I believe is how you say this. And just a fine collection of some of the more memorable characters from the plug and play. Daxter Doodle also made a comic. Where is Cock Games? No cock, lol. I'm sparing you the rage comic. Fuck you, Frog. Please, no hurt. Bug already gives me enough pain. So which end is this? Which timeline? Is this the good timeline? Is this the normal timeline? The no rage timeline? I'm not really sure what's going on here. But I guess it's just the regular for Frog. This is every day. Frog just suffers abuse. Poor Frog. Don't even know what he is. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Thanks. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, sometime this week, I'm going to give you a little bonus section of the Sunday stream that I couldn't get to today. And that'll be the Untitled Game Collection. So we'll definitely go into detail about that real soon. And yeah. This week, you can expect... I might do some Mario Kart this week as well, if I get a chance to, but you can expect some of that. Mario RPG. I'd like to revisit Animal Crossing a little bit. I know things have slowed down because this is just the natural way of the world, sadly. It kind of gets to a point where I don't really know what else to do except visit the animals, the fucking animals. So maybe I could do a little bit of that. But I'd also like to do a little bit more Dead Cells. And that's really what I've got planned. When I find myself with a little bit more time and maybe some more space in my game schedule, I'd like to do Metroid Zero Mission. I've never... I streamed it years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but it's not on Full Sauce. So that's a game I'd very much like to do. That way, if I stream it, Nintendo will announce a Metroid game at E3. Because remember, when I streamed Final Fantasy VII, Square announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I think I have the power to conjure these things, and all I have to do is just kind of stream a game in the series around E3, and then the game will materialize. So I'm going to do that for all of you. I'm going to bring Metroid back, and I'm going to do it for all of us. Okay? I'm going to go to bed now, though, and I'm going to dream about mice, Bluton heads, and strange gorillas. Thank you again so much for the support and for stopping by tonight and hanging out and watching the stream. See you this week. And I'd like to, of course, direct you to the other streamers. You can go to twitch.tv/team/Vinesauce. Doesn't look like anyone's online now. But if you are looking for other streamers, you don't know where to find other streamers. If you can go to... I do that sometimes. I interrupt myself because I click the team page and then the fucking video starts. God damn it, Vinny, not now! Good morning. I just woke up like 12 people. Maybe 1,200 people by the time the Full Sauce video goes out. But listen, I'm sorry. I want to let you know that the other streamers can be found at vinesauce.com or on Twitter at Vinesauce. Of course, you can also go to my Twitch page and just hang out and let the autopilot do its thing. It's the autoplay, but I guess you could call it whatever you want. Harken back to the old autopilot days. But most of that's on YouTube. This case, it's just other streamers that I auto-host. So you can just hang out, watch, see who gets hosted, and you might find someone you like. A lot of people said they like my mods, and my mods are streamers too. They do a good job, and you might enjoy their work. So, yeah, check them out. As for me, I'm going to Too Many Games. That's a convention. I think you can just Google Too Many Games convention, and I'll probably make like a little video about it soon. I think I kind of have to. But if you want to hang out at a very, very good convention, it's really it's not too expensive. It's just outside Philadelphia, and there's a lot of good guests. It's like the kind of angry video game nerd convention, that kind of atmosphere, you know, and a lot of good vendors. Small, but a lot of fun. And I usually go and I do a panel and some autographs and stuff. So if you guys are looking for anything like that, Red Vox will not be playing this year. but we will be. I will be there, and there's a chance that some of the other guys will be there too for at least a day, maybe. So, as for the final piece of news is the album, Another Light. I have no news. I said late spring, and technically spring ends in June, and I don't think we're going to make that deadline. So I actually might have some bad news, and I might say, let's say that there are some songs that we've spent 10 or more hours mixing. So there's a chance that there's going to be a delay. And that also involves the reason that there's a song that happened in the past few weeks that is really good, I think, and we wanted to maybe put it on the album. If we decide to do that, it's going to delay it. And I know that sounds like, well, Vin, why would you even put it on there? Because I feel like it perhaps belongs on the album, and it fits with the theme, and it would strengthen the album, and it would be kind of, I might regret not putting it on there for the rest of my life if I don't. So that could potentially mean another slight delay. So, you know, if anyone's been looking forward to it, and I know a few people have, I've received some emails. It's been really, really cool to have people interested and excited to see what we're doing. You won't be disappointed, but I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to rush it. Joe doesn't want to rush it. Mike doesn't want to rush it. So we're going to make sure it's good. The end result will be worth it. And that may include one extra song. So who knows? Who knows? So I don't have a release date, and I'm not playing coy about it. I just want to make sure that it's done and it's good and not incomplete. So that's my answer to that. And that's the other good thing about not having a label or anything at the moment. I mean, if I ever did make any kind of contract with anyone, it would be a very open one. One where I have, you know, the ultimate, like, kind of say to be able to do what I need to do and not have restrictions, because shit like this could happen, and I'd rather this happen than it not happen. But, you know, the downside, of course, is potentially a slightly longer wait. So we'll see how it goes. I'll update you if I have any more info. Notice I saved that to the very, very, very end of the stream. But now I'm done. And we can go home, all of us. I'll see you guys this week. Have a great night, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, wait, no, it's over. Fuck. Cue depressing Vinny face. See you later.